Hello, my name is QStonekingD5. I've done my TED content analysis on David Doe's Lessons from Death Row. The presenter, of course, would be David Doe. And I was actually watching this presentation earlier today. I was sitting on my couch with the dog lying there, laptop on my lap, and I'm just watching the beginning of this presentation over and over. Of course, my wife pops in just about the time he begins explaining how his client's mother chased him around the house, trying to kill him with the butcher's knife. It was actually easier than I thought it would be to convince her that it was for school. So jumping right in here, David definitely starts out with a punch. Very first thing he says when he comes on stage is a story of him sitting over the table with his wife, talking about his upcoming TED Talk. And what he's done here is he's really welcomed in the audience with a personal invitation to his dining room. I love how he begins this presentation. I feel almost as if it helps me to relate to him better, or perhaps more easily see things from his view. I also like how he introduces his wife by her first name. Again, another warm invitation into his life. And I'm not really sure if novel would be included, as the characters he uses are not fictional. He does go on a long narrative that describes people and events in a sequential story, but the characters in the story are indeed real. David does a great job using storytelling to captivate the audience. Still very early in the presentation, David tells a story of that same client and how his mother tried to kill him with a butcher knife. I don't believe anyone really saw the story taking such a turn. It was certainly unexpected. So, from Punch, we were able to hit 3 out of the 5 guidelines. David does show humor later on in the presentation, but with such a strong opening already, he really didn't need to add it in there that early. And David's delivery is very engaging. He maintains a strong presence on stage, connects with the audience using storytelling, and he also shows emotion with his face and body language. When he's talking about his son, he shows a slight, humble smile. And there's strong emotion when he begins talking about how this all can be prevented, almost as if an anger being held in. And I hate to say, only because I already have like 5 times in this short video, but David's client being chased around by his mother with a butcher knife is the star moment by far. Now I've thought very hard whether I wanted to go with this one or not, but the thing is, the reason I have talked so much about it is because that's what it is, a star moment, something memorable, something that will keep the audience talking. The fact that it made my wife raise her eyebrows is even better. It's strong, bold, and effective, and that's why this presenter is so successful. I believe David most represented Commandment 1, thou shalt not simply trot out thy usual shtick. He did a really good job here, because this was a really far out topic. Not at all in a bad way, just meaning it's something that doesn't come up a lot. And even still, I don't think a lot of people would present the information in this certain way. So, my goals for my final presentation. I want to try and incorporate a lot of the powerful elements David utilizes throughout his presentations, opening with the punch and really connecting with my audience in that first 20 seconds. I plan on using storytelling like David to connect my audience with the story and build a passion within them. When watching a great presentation like this, you really get to see all the hard work that goes into preparation. David just gets up on that stage and does it confidently. Analyzing David has given me great insight on presentations, and I believe it will help me greatly in my final project. Once again, I'm QStonekingD5. Thank you again for watching. Have a good night.